Who am I to judge her by saying she's having an abortion at 6, 7 months, but because I'm only 3 or 4 months, it's okay for me to have an abortion, and that's not right. A life is a life, and I'm saying this to say this: never abort what belongs to you out of fear, out of manipulation. Someone manipulating you, telling you that, this is what's best for you when they really feel this is what's best for them. Um, in my mom case, I feel as though my mother was really trying to keep me from repeating this vicious cycle that my generation was doing at the time. And even the thing, repeating what she had did. She was fearful. She didn't want me to have a house full of babies, no education, and laying around collecting welfare on Section 8, collecting food stamps and Medicaid, and just laying up having babies. She knew that it was more to me, to my life. I'm so sorry. To me and my life than just having babies. So though I was talking about babies, and I really want to express this uh, to my younger teenagers, the young teenage men and women, young boys and girls. Be careful. Be careful about the decisions that you make, because your decisions, they don't just affect you, they affect other people in your life. They affect your mom, your father, your siblings, people that love you. They affect each and every one that's connected to you. So I'm saying this to say, don't allow your choice, because see, a choice in a decision is a fine line between the two. A choice is more, I can describe a choice like this. If I take you out to eat and I ask you what is it that you would like to have off the menu, that's going to be your choice. And when you eat whatever you eat, it's not going to affect me, by no means necessary. If it hurts your stomach, whatever it, however, if it's good to you, it's not going to affect me. But making a decision on, you know, uh, if you're going to decide to be with a drug dealer, you're going to decide to drop out of school, if you're going to decide to just become involved in criminal activities, if you decide that you want to become a stripper, any of these things that you decide to do can affect you and your family. If you decide to uh, go to school and get a degree, if you decide to go to school and get a GED, if you decide to go and work in a field and get experience, or, I'm just using this is a positive decision that's going to affect you, and it affect me as well. Your parents. So, um, my mom always told me behind every decision in life there are consequences. And I extended mine to my son by saying, so make wise decisions, because behind every wise decision, there are benefits that you will reap from that wise decision. But behind every negative decision, there are consequences. And you don't get to choose the consequences. You only get to choose and make the decision. And sometimes we make decisions out of fear. Sometimes we make decisions out of our emotions. Sometimes we make decisions out of just, doing what we want to do and not thinking about the cons to the decision that we're making. And I just want you to know that I love you. And for anyone that's, have a dream, a purpose, a passion, don't abort it. Don't abort it because you're afraid of how you're going to do it, or you don't feel you're capable of doing it. Because I was afraid when I had 3 children, single parent, raising them alone. But guess what? I made it. My son is 18. My daughters are grown with children. And I've never convinced them to have an abortion. I'm totally against abortions. Even with my son, I'm grateful that while I was sitting in that place, I made a decision that, if I have to raise them by myself, I'm going to take a chance on raising that nursery that my mother said, because I allowed myself to be in this situation, and I'm not going to allow my circumstances to define who I am. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise my son to the best of my ability. And I raised all 3 of my children. And at times I sacrificed, and at times I didn't sacrifice. At times I put myself before them, and at times I put them before me. And I paid an ultimate price for it. You get what I'm saying? I really did. And so I say that to say, from my heart to yours, if you have a vision, if you have a dream, if there's a purpose that's in your life that you know that God has given you, you don't abort it for nobody. That's your baby. You allow God to show himself faithful to you, and allow, even in your fear, I made a mistake. I messed up. And what she was trying to keep me from, I still had 3 children. I still ended up having 3 kids, all before 21. I had my son at 21. So you're talking about somebody 21 with 3 children, but God, his mercy and his grace and his favor, it kept me. And so I'm going to end this with abort me not. My dream, my vision, my passion, my baby, my unborn. I will not abort you. I will not abort you, by no means necessary. I want to say thank you for tuning in to the Circle of Love. Thanks, and God bless.